junior transfer Jake Ogden is so popular, he already has his own fan club with Miami Hurricane faithful. And the teammates have a phrase that they call Ogden baseball, and his baseball smarts were on full display yesterday.
They definitely were. He was trying to have some pickoff plays. He told J.D. Arteaga when he came to the mound, change the pitches, hey, we need to do a pickoff play here. So they called the pickoff play because of that. And what happened? Bases loaded, and they were able to get Come On Neighbors out at second. That changed the game, but not only that, comes up the very next inning with 2 men on, team down, hits a huge 3-run homer to get them back on top. That is Ogden baseball.
And Ogden will lead off for the Miami Hurricanes. A big game in Game 1. An incredibly smart baseball player who will get things started for Miami, and he will do it against the freshman Ethan Eberle. He pitched the regional final against Wright State for Louisville, and he's done an outstanding job in their rotation.
He's 6'5", slender. He's tall. That arm slot, it's that low 3/4, especially from a guy who's 6'5". He is a self-described bulldog. He says when he's on the mound, he just goes right after hitters.
Eberle catching that one in the breadbasket. I think it was for Jake Monroe. He looks cooler and more collected than you would expect at that point. You can see that this is a crowd that has been getting ready for this moment for a long time. The energy, the excitement is here. The winner of this game goes to Omaha. Miami looking for their 26th trip in school history. Louisville looking for their 6th and first since 2019. Game 3 of Super Regionals. Winner take all about to start. Jake Ewell says play ball. Eberle from the set. And the first pitch of Game 3 is outside a ball, and we are underway. Excuse me, a late strike call. It is 0-1. We talked about Ogden at the outset. He and Daniel Cuvée, the cleanup, the number 3 hitter, are the top 2 offensive threats in this Miami lineup. And the count 1-1. Ogden, the transfer from UNC Greensboro, a Homestead, Florida native. Eberle ready for the 1-1. And it's 1-2. This Miami team this year at one point was 15-15. Not after a midweek loss to FIU. They got hot in ACC play, winning 10 straight at one point. Put themselves in a position to make the postseason. Eberle's 1-2. Tap back towards the mound. The freshman has it and will throw to first in time to retire Ogden for out number 1. Bring up Max Galvin.
Well, with Eberle on the mound, we saw that low 3/4 arm slot. It's about 89, 91 miles an hour from that slot. He has a slider and a changeup. That slider, it's a big slider. He could backdoor that slider. He could backfoot that slider. Tough against lefties.
Max Galvin, a left-handed hitter, is in. He's had 5 hits so far in this Super Regional, the transfer from Oklahoma State. We were talking to J.D. Arteaga, the Miami coach, before the game, and he talked about how important Galvin has been as a catalyst for this offense. He's not a big power guy, but when he's getting on base, good things tend to happen.
The thing is, it's a very flat swing through the zone, so there's going to be a lot of contact. He's more of a line drive, kind of gap to gap. There is some power in the bat, but it's mostly kind of just, hey, hit doubles, get a lot of base hits.
In the air to center, Lucas Moore, the slick fielding center fielder, tracks it down for out number 2. Here comes Daniel Cuvée, the big star in this Miami lineup, the all-ACC third baseman. A 3-run home run, the insurance that Miami needed to win yesterday's game 9-6. You see, he has been a tremendous run producer. We talked about that slow start Miami got off to. One of the reasons that they got going was Daniel Cuvée got red hot. He tormented ACC pitching staffs this year. The sophomore third baseman swings and misses. It's 0-1.
One of the things, too, when you saw with Cuvée, even in this Super Regional, he's had his chances with guys in scoring position. In yesterday's ball game, he was 0 for 4 before that last at-bat. That's when he hit the 3-run homer. That's what Miami needs out of him, the big stud in the lineup.
0-2. Eberle never looks rattled out there. He is mature beyond his years. And already this crowd coming to its feet in Louisville. The 0-2 pitch. Who just missed.
Well, Eberle is not afraid to come in with that fastball. Makes it tough for a right-handed hitter. You're thinking a guy with a low arm slot is going to be mostly attacking that outside part of the plate. Eberle is good side to side, especially standing on that third base side of the rubber.
The 1-2. Fouled away. Trying to tie him up. Well, he's come in twice now. Does he go in again, or do you think this is the point where he drops a changeup?
I think this is when you go, I think the slider. I know that he has the changeup. I think he'll come back with that slider. Still try to stay in. The thing when you're facing a guy like Cuvée is that you do not want him to get extension with his arms. That's where all the power comes.
Klein set up inside. He did try the slider and missed. 2-2. The score just underway, top of the first. Winner take all game. Winner goes to the Men's College World Series at Omaha. The set. And the 2-2. Roller foul. Cuvée battling now with 2 strikes.
And now after 2 of those pitches on the outside corner, now I think is when Eberle can try to throw that fastball in again. You got him reaching out over the plate. Now you try to bust him and freeze him in. Boy, this freshman is staying very poised on the mound in a huge game.
Here's the set. And the 2-2. Fouled away again. Tried to come in with the fastball, and Cuvée fought it off. And that's like he's thinking along with him.
The only problem is that one missed over the heart of the plate. And you got to be careful if you're Eberle there. That's not where you want to throw it. You're going to throw that fastball. You got to make sure that you get it in. You would rather miss in than out over the plate.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming to the powerful Cuvée in the top of the first. The 2-2. And the count goes full as he tried the changeup and missed well off the plate.
How'd you know? Cuvée told you? Cuvée is a hitter that always will do that. With every pitch that's getting thrown, he's letting the dugout know, hey, it was this pitch, it was a changeup, a slider, whatever it might be.
The 3-2. Rolled foul again, and Cuvée continues to fight Eberle. This is quite a battle here in the first inning. You can see the intensity on Cuvé's face.
You don't see a lot of that from Cuvée. He's ready.
We talked to him after the game yesterday. He talked about what it would mean to get this proud Miami program back to Omaha for the first time in 9 years. The Fort Lauderdale native waits for the 3-2. On the ground through the right side, a base hit. A long at bat, and Cuvée finally wins it with an off-field single.
It was the right pitch, too, that fastball in. Cuvée just did a nice job of getting those hands close and tight to his body. Where this pitch is and where he hits it. Kind of late to that pitch, but he kept his hands close and tight to his body, so he was able to have hard contact the opposite way.
It'll bring up Dorian Gonzalez Jr., the senior shortstop. He's been a 4-year contributor. Last 2 years hitting in the cleanup spot. He has 11 homers this year, but not a big power hitter. Although he did homer 3 times in the regional win in Hattiesburg. First pitch, line to left field, over is King, and the senior makes the leaping catch, and the inning is over. A 2-out single, a man left. Omaha is the destination for today's winner. We head to the bottom of the first. Miami nothing, Louisville coming to bat. The NCAA Baseball Super Regionals are presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? The last time the Louisville Cardinals dogpile the Super Regional, 2019. It has been 6 years since Dan McDonald's club has made it back to Omaha. They are looking for their 6th trip in school history. And you see Eddie King Jr. The numbers get more impressive every round for the senior.
You could go from round to round. You could go through his last 9, but there's one thing that stays true. The man is just on fire right now with the bat, with power numbers, with average, basically anything that it has to do with hitting a baseball.
The starter for Miami today is Reese Lumpkin, the senior right-hander, a grad student transfer from Winthrop. He has been the midweek starter for most of this year, but won Game 7 of the regionals for Miami against Southern Miss.
Yeah, it's just, here's the thing. You need a guy that's going to be poised on the mound, and that's why Lumpkin is pitching. Also, a ground ball pitcher, and that's what he needs. He needs that sinker to be working today. One reason why we were here for BP, that ball's flying out, and that ball's actually flying out to right field. Usually it's only flying out to left. So any ball in the air is going to have a lot of carry.
Yesterday, those guys had the letters in red. Now they've gone the other way as Lucas Moore set to lead things off. The catalyst for this Louisville offense takes the ball outside. 1-0. Miami has done a good job with Moore to this point. He was on base twice yesterday. He stole 2 bases. He has 52 and 53 attempts on the year. An incredible base runner. This Louisville offense is dynamic. And he rips one on the ground to second. Gonzalez will throw to Gonzalez for out number 1. You have to feel like there's a sigh of relief every time if you're Miami and Lucas Moore doesn't reach base.
As soon as Lucas Moore is grounding out there, I guarantee you that in that dugout with J.D. Arteaga, he's thinking, oh, thank goodness, because he knows what Lucas Moore can do on the bases.
Matt Klein hitting in the 2-hole, the catcher who missed half the season with a broken hand. Louisville's pitching has gotten a lot better since he's come back too, as the first pitch misses low, 1-0. He is a dangerous bat. Hit cleanup for a good chunk of the season before the injury. They've shuffled the lineup with him being available again. He did not start a game after that hand injury until the regional. Fouls it away. It's 1-1.
It also takes some time to get back. And that's what some fans might not realize. You go a long period of time without hitting, and you look at what Louisville has done with Matt Klein and without him. That's how special he is for this lineup.
Louisville lost its first postseason game yesterday. One chopped to first, right to Renzo Gonzalez, 2 outs. Lumpkin doing what he does best, getting ground balls to this point. He'll face Jake Monroe. Eddie King may be the hottest hitter this postseason. Jake Monroe's had the best Super Regional. 3 home runs for the transfer from John A. Logan Community College. Been one of the best hitters in the ACC all year.
He has been red hot in this Super. That's one thing, too, that Miami has kind of made note of trying to keep that ball down.
Frisbee breaking ball misses in. It's 1-0.
You do not want to throw that ball up to Jake Monroe. Definitely don't want to throw it over the heart of the plate if you're Miami, because he has done nothing but hit the ball over the fence. Ton of power in that bat.
Including one off the batter's eye in Game 1 that was absolutely destroyed. It's 2-0. And it's interesting, Gabby, you brought this up in Game 1 with the sinker baller A.J. Siskar on the mound. Louisville, you felt like had the right approach against him, right? Try and stay inside the ball, take it back up the middle the other way.
I feel like Louisville's approach, actually, every single game that we've seen them, they've been very good with their approach.
Monroe laces one to left field, a base hit. Galvin over to get it. Monroe, a big turn at first, but the first base runner for Louisville comes with 2 outs.
And there it is again. But this is the guy that if you're Miami, you have got to watch out for. Because I don't think there is a hotter hitter on the planet than Eddie King Jr.
Eddie King Jr., the senior captain. Look at those numbers over the last 9 games. A pair of home runs yesterday. First pitch. King takes low, 1-0.
And I know that Zion Rose gets a whole bunch of attention in this lineup. I know Jake Monroe too and Lucas Moore. But for me, Eddie King Jr. is one of the most explosive hitters in this Louisville lineup.
Batting average up over 370. And he chops it to third. Cuvée has it. He will throw to first in time to get King, and the inning is over. We head to the second. No score, Miami and Louisville, winner to Omaha. No score, top of the second inning, Miami and Louisville in this winner-take-all matchup. Kids are out. Fans are on the rooftops.
No puppy today. Where's the puppy?
And all the shirts are on, so apparently they got the...
Remember, it's 3 home runs, then the shirts come off.
That's right.
We've seen that one before.
And the wind howling out to right center field here, too, in what's already a good hitter's ballpark. But they are packed in, and they have been ready to go since about, I'd say, 20 minutes before first pitch. You could feel the energy in this place really start to crackle. As Ethan Everly, what a cool, calm, collected freshman he is. When Patrick Forbes, the Friday starter for Louisville, went down, they slid Eberle into the Friday role, and he counted himself quite well. Now with Forbes healthy, Tucker Biven in the rotation, they moved him to the third slot. As first pitch swung out and missed by Derek Williams. And he has just done an excellent job for them all season long, including 6 1/3 innings of 11 strikeout ball in the regional final against Wright State. Smash back through the middle, a leadoff single for Williams. We touched earlier on the fact that Miami has had a bit of a roller coaster this year. That's how they started in ACC play. Then their longest conference winning streak in 11 games, struggled down this stretch, including a blowout loss to Cal in the ACC tournament where they were run ruled. And I know you talked to J.D. Arteaga about this, the head coach in Miami, that he really felt like that was maybe the best thing that ended up happening to him because they weren't sure they were going to make the field 64.
Yeah, it was like almost that roller coaster season of a ride where you talk about how they started and they won 10 straight, and they were like one of the top 4 teams in the ACC at one point, and they're sitting there thinking about 2 series left. Looks like we're going to be one of the top 4 teams and get a double bye for the ACC tournament, and then boom, you just lose 5 out of 6 games in ACC play, and then you lose that last one game, and all of a sudden the team was thinking we're not even going to make it to the playoffs. And he said that was the best practice that they had all year long. Because the team themselves said if we do make it, we want to make sure that we are going to go deep. And we're not just going to go out there and do what we did in the ACC tournament. And it was a huge turnaround.
Speaks to how close-knit this club is. I was talking to Rob Cooper, one of their assistants, former head coach at Wright State and Penn State, said he's never seen a group so accepting of everyone as this one. Coop's been a Team USA coach, coaching Team USA this summer. There's Rob Cooper, one of the really great coaches in college baseball, back at his alma mater. 1-1 the count to Renzo Gonzalez, the slick fielding first baseman who had a big base hit yesterday to give Miami the lead in the 7th for a drawn-in infield. Gonzalez, not your traditional first baseman. There's not a lot of power there. This back part of the Miami lineup is more contact-oriented. To short, hot to first, a double play. Alex Alicea showing off his quick hands with the quick flip to second.
And not only showing off the quick hands, this ball hit by Renzo, there's going to be a lot of English, the way he hits it. So look how Alicea turns his body, understanding that ball is going to come back to him, flips it over real quick to Hot, who gets it over to Tate Davis with a good stretch at first. That's not an easy play. There's going to be a lot of English on that baseball, especially coming off of a lefty's bat. Played that ball perfectly.
2 outs for Tanner Smith, the transfer from Oregon State. Instantly took on a leadership role, the Chandler, Arizona native out of Basha High School. First pitch to him, swing and a miss. 0-1, no score, top of the second. A decisive game of the Super Regional.
Looking at Eberle on the mound kind of reminds me a little bit of another pitcher in the ACC, Jamie Arnold. Now, understandably, it's not that 95-96 coming out, but the arm angle is in that same location, and it's that slider to go along with that fastball. It's going to have a little bit of that arm side run. That ball's going to run away from the righties, but he's able to counteract that with that slider. The other difference between both of them is Jamie Arnold usually stands on that third base side of the rubber. On the first base side of the rubber, where Eberle is on that third base side.
He's looks a little leaner, maybe a little bit taller than Arnold. It doesn't quite get into the drop and drive the same way, but you're right, it's that lower release lefty.
But I think that when he does do that drop and drive, that's when you're going to see the miles per hour click up, and you might see that 93, 94 here in the next couple years.
2-1 in the dirt. It's 3-1.
And this is the arm slot, that low 3/4. Remember, he's 6'5", and he has that drop down where that ball is really out there. It's tough for a hitter because of that angle of where he's throwing that baseball.
3-1 the count to Tanner Smith. The delivery popped up, foul ground, first base side. Davis gives it a look, and it's out of play.
Let's go, champ, let's go.
The count now full to the Miami catcher. And as they have with every two-strike pitch for their home team, the Louisville fans start to get into it again. Coming to their feet here in the second inning. The 3-2, fisted into right. Right there is Pike inning over. Eberle gets a double play ball to help through 1.5. Miami and Louisville scoreless.
1 to Omaha, Nebraska, home of the College World Series.
Here I come, I wear it all on my sleeve, so everything you see shows you where I'm from.
Bolts back and makes the catch. Somehow hung on. Back-to-back checks.
More, can you believe it?
The Men's College World Series, 5 days away, 7 spots up for grabs. Arkansas and Tennessee, after Arkansas the 1-run win yesterday, immediately following us. You can see the rest of the schedule as well. Duke and Murray State, North Carolina and Arizona just underway as well. Garrett Pike leads off. The Toledo transfer takes a ball 1-0. It'll be Pike, Rose, and Tate Davis here for Louisville in the second in this scoreless game. Pike, an opposite field home run, as you saw back in game 1. And it bounces it foul, 1-1. Pike suffered a knee injury, a hyperextension of his knee in the Florida State Series, and missed a couple of weeks. He was moved into the cleanup spot, not a traditional middle-of-the-order power guy, but he puts together really strong at-bats.
But you're right, there is power in that bat. He showed it off in game 1 going opposite field. Just a really good hitter, too. You can see he executes the plan he is trying to go when he's going up there. And a lot of times it is letting that ball get deep, staying inside, and just driving it to the middle to the opposite way.
Just 4 homers this year with 17 doubles. He's behind in the count, 1-2. Rolls that one into the shift. Dorian Gonzalez Jr. will throw him out to start the second. No score for Zion Rose.
Yeah, one of the things we talked about with Lumpkin, he's a ground ball pitcher. Every single out so far in this ball game has been a ground out. There's a reason why he was in there today for J.D. Arteaga, understanding this stadium and knowing I need a pitcher that, 1, is not going to get rattled, and 2, needing him to stay and keeping that ball down on the ground.
He missed almost the entirety of the 2023 season at Winthrop because of shoulder surgery. Came back last year and started a dozen games for Winthrop and then got into the transfer portal. Miami reached out to him early on and then went to take care of some other business. And the story was Lumpkin called Las Gutierrez, the pitching coach for Miami. He was like, hey, you guys interested? Because I want to come there. And at that moment, they were like, yes, we are. You guys still interested? Yeah, we'll get you there. But he is very cool, calm, collected. And I'll tell you what, listen, being a midweek starter, especially when you're a senior, is not always the most exciting thing. You're not pitching in conference games. In fact, he made just one appearance in a conference game this year. But he probably saved their bullpen buku innings during the course of the year. Started the regional final win in Hattiesburg. Gets another ground ball out, 2 outs. The Men's College World Series returns to Omaha, Nebraska. The action begins Friday, June 13th, 2 Eastern, live on ESPN. For more information on the 2025 Men's College World Series, go to NCAA.com, the official online home for all 90 NCAA championships. It is the 75th anniversary of the first Men's College World Series in Omaha. Those are good scenes.
How about the firefighters? Got nothing going on right now. Hey, just let us know when we need to go anywhere. We're just going to sit up here and watch the game. That's awesome.
Tank Davis, the freshman first baseman, hits, and he swings and misses 0-1. Davis, the son of former big leaguer and former #2 overall pick Ben Davis, currently a Phillies broadcaster, a tremendous freshman year. He is second on this team behind Eddie King Jr. in home runs. And he takes outside, it's 1-1, and he is going to be special. There is a lot of Brendan McKay in him in terms of his impact. He's actually a two-way player. He's just pitched a little bit this year, but McKay was such a powerful first baseman for Louisville. He's got a chance to be that same kind of guy.
And I understand that he might be a two-way player, but I think he's making himself into a one-way player because of the type of ability he has with the bat.
He swings and lofts one down the left field line. A long run for Galvin, who won't get there. And it falls foul 1-2. Freshman history for homers at Louisville. You see here, Chris Dominguez led Louisville to their first ever Omaha appearance in 2007. And Alex Pinellas was on that 2019 team, a really good player. Chris Dominguez in the ballpark today. He's one of the assistants now at Miami. There's Ming.
He still hit it out.
Power hitter, man.
He hit BP earlier, the day before Friday, and he was hitting balls out of here.
Swing and a miss. Davis down on strikes, and 4 in a row set down by Lumpkin. To the third, no score, winner to Omaha. No score, top of the third inning, Miami and Louisville, winner to Omaha. A sellout crowd beyond capacity. They have filled up this ballpark the last 3 days. The atmosphere here in Louisville has been great. This is was one of my favorite, if not my favorite city to come to in the ACC. It is just a great place, and the sports fans here are tremendous.
They are loud, boisterous, and there are plenty of Louisville Cardinals fans, my goodness, all over the place.
Gabby Gutierrez will lead off. This just his third start of the season. The senior from Doral Academy takes a strike. He played for your high school coach, correct?
He did, Ralph Suarez. One of the best known coaches in Miami-Dade County.
Gutierrez has been a defensive replacement mostly this year, but getting the start in right field. Count 1-1. Fabio Peralta has played mostly in right field in the second half of the season for Miami. He's been scuffling a bit. Jack Kulikowski got a start over him yesterday and had a couple of hits. But with Derek Williams back in the DH spot, they went to the senior here against the lefty Eberle. He lands that breaking ball for a strike, 1-2.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest reason. Because it's a lefty on the mound, they decided that, you know what, we got to go ahead and give Gabby Gutierrez a chance. Now, there is power in Gutierrez's bat. He is known for that, especially in high school and even here at Miami.
Well, 1-2. Called strike 3. Top of the zone. Eberle paints it. That's his first strikeout.
Well, Eberle's doing a really nice job going soft and hard, went soft with that slider, and then throws a fastball up, four-seamer to the top of the zone, freezes Gabby Gutierrez.
Look at the number 9 hitter, Mike Torres. Slick fielding freshman center fielder. He's had a very good postseason and had one of the key at-bats in yesterday's comeback win in Game 2. Squares to bunt, takes a strike. Torres hit a chopper up the first baseline with 2 outs and 2 on. That Tate Davis fielded on the foul line. It was hard to tell whether it was fair or foul. The umpires called it foul right away. Torres then deposited a single into center field and later came around to score on Jake Ogden's 3-run homer. 4-run inning, all runs unearned for Miami that gave them the lead and brought them back both in yesterday's game and this series. 0-2 the count to Torres. Eberle's pitch. Swinging a liner into left center, and Moore will play it on a bounce. So Torres continues his hot hitting, and the number 9 man reaches ahead of Ogden.
Boy, Torres has looked really good, and I told you too in regionals, I started to see it out of him, where he started to really have really good at-bats. And the reason why is that he wasn't trying to do too much. He wasn't going up there to have big swings, hit 8 homers. It was more just hit line drives the opposite way. Does the same thing here. Stays back on that pitch and drives it the opposite way.
He was hitting under 200 going into the regionals, and his reputation as a prep player was as a power hitter. Now here's Ogden. Eberle will check on Torres, who dives back. Not really a big threat to run. Only 1 stolen base this season. We know how dangerous Jake Ogden is, so big man to focus on for Eberle. Ogden tap back to the mound his first trip. Swings and misses. Whew, that was a nasty changeup. It's 0-1.
That's one of the pitches, too, that he wasn't really throwing in that first inning. It was mostly fastball slider. And that's kind of what you want to see in the growth of a pitcher, not of a freshman. We're all of a sudden able to kind of just keep something in the back pocket and bringing it out when he needs to. That changeup is a filthy pitch.
This kid doesn't pitch like a freshman at all.
No.
Like you can understand why they trusted him on Fridays for a chunk of the season. Why they trust him with the season on the line.
Let's go, Lee. Keep pressing, guys. Keep
The 0-1. Squares to bunt and bunts through it, and the count 0-2. I wonder if that was because Ogden doesn't feel like he's seeing the ball particularly well against him.
I think that Ogden is kind of looking at what the defense is giving him and thinking, I might be able to bunt this ball over to second base and get 2 guys on for Galvin. But this is a situation where I'm telling Jake Ogden, not J.D. Arteaga, I want you to swing the bat. We got a lefty-righty matchup. You got Max Galvin, who's a lefty hitting behind you. I want you to swing it, especially after what he was able to do in yesterday's ball game, hitting a 3-run homer.
The 0-2. In the air to right. Pike is over to make the catch for out number 2. Big sigh of relief for Eberle as he gets a big hitter out, and here's Galvin. And this becomes an important hitter for Eberle to get because you don't want traffic on the bases for Daniel Cuvée.
And the reason why, too, is because of that first at-bat that Cuvée had. Saw a bunch of pitches, understands exactly what Eberle is trying to do. So this is a big at-bat here for Max Galvin to try to get himself on to give Cuvée a chance. And vice versa for Eberle, this is the guy that you need to get.
First pitch. Galvin can't hold up on that breaking ball. Billy Van Rapport's on appeal. Says it's a strike. It's 0-1. This is going to be a tough matchup for Galvin.
all day, let's go.
pitch. Inside, moved him off the plate. Count 1-1.
If you're Galvin too, you got to realize that slider, it plays, and it plays big. So as a hitter, you really have to try to take that away and look the opposite way.
Check swing roller, it's 1-2. Got that breaking ball and just got a piece, a little late reaction.
Yeah, late reaction to it. Right now, I'm kind of selling out to everything just away. If he throws me in and he freezes me in, I tip my hat to him. I need to look the opposite way because that's the only way that you can stay on that slider. It's got so much movement to it.
Fans back to their feet here at Jim Patterson Stadium. The 1-2 instead of throw to first. Torres back. Galvin, think about it just a little bit longer. The 1-2. Swinging a drive down the right field line. Pike going back. Still going back. It's gone! Max Galvin has given Miami a 2-0 lead here in the third. So much time talking about Daniel Cuvée. As the umpires are going to get together here, Galvin flipped his bat down by the first base coach's box. And I have a feeling that's what this discussion is about.
Yeah, it's definitely what this discussion is about. I think what he was thinking, was it going to be fair or foul when he hit that ball, when he saw it go over, is when he flipped his bat, and it was towards that first base bag. He gets the slider, he stays on it, he drives it to right field, and you can see him looking at it. There he has the bat, and this is going to probably be one of these situations. Now, he doesn't flip it to anybody. He's looking straight at the ball. He just kind of flips the bat at that point.
They issued a warning. All right, so that's the same thing that happened yesterday. Eddie King Jr.
It's one of these situations where, of course, you want the kids, the guys to go out there and play baseball, but the umpires, there are rules in place that they have to follow. It's not like I agree with it, but I also agree, just put the bat down and run. You know, like, in a certain situation, it's a big-time game.
Eddie King Jr. got warned for the same thing yesterday, flipping it in front of his dugout. Last week, I was in Athens. This happened as Cuvée swings and misses at the first pitch with a pair of Georgia hitters flipping their bat in front of the Oklahoma State dugout, including one after a warning. One of them was in the coach's box. I think you're right. I think they recognized that that wasn't a situation where Galvin was trying to show up his opponents. Really, Dan McDonald, when we talked to him yesterday, was like, listen, I don't worry about this team on the other side either, in addition to his, disrespecting anybody.
Right.
These are two, being around these programs all year and around these coaches. I know Miami has the reputation of being Miami. This is an extremely respectful group of kids on both sides.
On both sides, and we've talked to both kids on both sides of these teams. Every one of these guys understands what's at stake at this moment.
Cuvée slices one foul and out of play. And the count 1-2.
But boy, how about that lefty for Max Galvin?
Talk to J.D. Arteaga immediately following this half inning. 1-2 the count to Cuvée. The pitch. Swinging a roller to third. Right there is Monroe, who will throw him out, and the inning is over. But Max Galvin gives Miami the lead in the third.
Boy, how about lefty for Max Galvin? Gets a slider, stays on it, drives it out of the ballpark to give Miami a 2-0 lead.
2-0 Miami as they end the bottom of the third inning. Winner to Omaha. J.D. Arteaga knows a little bit about that as a player and assistant, playing there 4 times. We're joined now by the Miami head coach. We talked to you before the game about how big a catalyst Max Galvin has been for your offense. Were you expecting the power to show up from him?
No, and it's you got a pitch, Break Miller backed up on him, and he hit it right down the right field line with the wind's blowing that way and helping it out. So I was just hoping it stayed fair, to be honest with you.
Well, you told us, too, earlier today with Reese Lumpkin on the mound, one of the main reasons, too, that he's out there is because of the ground balls and keeping the ball on the turf. What have you liked out of him so far today?
I think he's doing a great job with his changeup behind the count and even early in the count, just kind of keeping them off balance. So he's a veteran guy, man. He's been through the ringer. So we like where we're at with him right now.
What would it mean to you guys to be able to get this program back to Omaha if you could win this game?
I mean, me personally, I love this place, man. This is all I've ever known. So it's a special. It'll be very, very special for me, and I'm sure any coach that gets the program to the College World Series is special. But this is all I've ever known, man. This is all I've ever wanted to do.
Best of luck, JD. We appreciate the time as always.
Thanks, S.
JD Arteaga, the head coach at Miami, and when we say all he's ever known, he's not kidding. 4 years as a pitcher at Miami, a starter in Omaha. He then went into pro ball and in 2003 retired in spring training with the Rangers when Jim Morris called him to offer him the pitching coach job in the middle of Miami season. He has been there ever since, his second year as their head coach and one of the really, truly great gentlemen in the game of baseball. You talk to anybody in the Miami program, they will tell you the first thing is that J.D. Arteaga is one of the best human beings they have ever met.
Yeah, I've known J.D. for a very long time. His first year, actually, as a pitching coach was my freshman year at UM.
Byram Hott with a leadoff single, getting the start at second base. The Merritt transfer leads off with the second base hit for Louisville.
Byram Hott getting the start for Kamaya Neighbors. And what does he do? He comes up big, gets a base hit, right back up the box. You have Alex Alicea coming up, somebody who can really handle the bat. Alicea was a guy that was in the top of the lineup. Now he's only hitting lefty, cannot hit righty. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to lay a bunt down.
Thumb injury is limited to hit from the left side, and he does bunt and pushes it foul. It's 0-1.
And the only reason why I was thinking that he was going to lay a bunt down was because of that hand injury. You see it all taped up, that top hand.
It started raining here. There was no rain in the forecast for today, but a nice shower, which is an appropriate way to finish the Super Regional since it's been raining here for 3 days in Louisville. He bunts again, pushes it to third. Cuvée has it, gonna have to hurry the throw just in time to get Alicea. I would not be surprised if Louisville takes a look at this. That was very close. What did you think in real time, Gabby?
I thought he was out in real time, but I will say this. He is flying down that first base line. They're not going to go take a look at it. I thought that it was out looking at it. Cuvée threw about 100 miles an hour over to first base. Now, Cuvée did wait on it for a second.
Boy, that was close.
I will tell you this, whatever that call the field was going to be is what it was going to stay at. That's how close that play was.
And McDonald choosing not to transfer Lucas Moore, not to challenge Lucas Moore, the sophomore from Cincinnati hits. And he hits it in the air to center. Going back on it is Torres with plenty of room, makes the catch. Hott will tag and head to third. And he's there now with 2 outs. To Matt Klein.
Now, one of the things that we have seen with this Louisville team is the adjustments that they're able to make second time through the lineup. Saw it in yesterday's ball game. Second time through the lineup against Griffin Hughes. Really didn't do anything that first time through. And second time through, they end up scoring 3 runs as a team.
That was the first fly ball out for Lumpkin, too. Something to keep an eye on. It's the first pitch to strike, 0-1. Remember, ground balls are his specialty.
play. Let's go,
And
champ.
6 of the first 7 outs he recorded were either by ground balls with 1 strikeout. The 0-1 decline. Outside, it's 1-1. Louisville with a great tradition of catchers. From the #1 overall draft pick Henry Davis, Will Smith of the Dodgers, Dalton Rushing of the Dodgers, all stars here. And the count 2-1 now to Klein. Klein likely to be an early day 2 draft pick this year despite missing half the season.
Hey, Clutch, bring him home. Let's go, champ.
The 2-1. 3-1 decline, and the red-hot Jake Monroe is on deck. Monroe with 3 home runs in this Super Regional waits.
Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Let's go,
Lumpkin
champ.
set.
Let's go.
The 3-1. Down low, ball 4. First walk issued by either team, and they're at the corners with 2 outs for Monroe.
So usually I would say, well, you know, Matt Klein is a very good hitter. It's a 3-1 count. You don't want to just groove something in there. The problem that you have is that Jake Monroe hitting behind him has also been red hot. 3 home runs so far in this Super Regional, 12 home runs on the season. And if you make a mistake here over the middle of the plate, he can make this a 3-2 ball game real quick.
2 outs, runners at the corners. He had the first base hit for Louisville as he rifled a single to left in the first.
Come on, Jake. Let's go. Let's go, champ.
The first pitch, fouled at the plate, 0-1. Started with an off-speed offering there.
Yeah, that one I feel like was that slider, but it almost more of a cutter than it was that slider. He has a lot of deception with that slider. He has one that can break a lot. I mean, if you're Lumpkin, you just have to think, got to keep that ball down in the zone. If you're Monroe, you want to get that ball a little bit elevated.
The 0-1. 1-1 to Monroe. First real scoring chance for Louisville today. This dynamic offense has relied on the long ball through the first 2 games of this Super Regional. 6 home runs over the first 2, and the wind is shifted towards left field. The pitch in the dirt, 2-1. And it doesn't get any easier if you pass on Monroe because Eddie King Jr. is waiting on deck. Maybe the hottest hitter outside of Gavin Gallagher, North Carolina this postseason.
Let's go, champ. Let's go.
The 2-1. Tapper to third and foul. Foul ball on the count 2-2, and you hear some groans from the fans after the controversial tapper up the first baseline yesterday. That was clearly foul.
Here's the thing is, the Louisville fans, they will not forget.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this is a big pitch, 2-2. Typically, right here, you're throwing your best pitch. Lumpkin now has been throwing that changeup a whole bunch, especially in these types of counts.
Runners get their lead at the corners. Tying runs aboard, bottom of the third. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. A changeup gets Monroe, and Lumpkin gets out of the jam. Miami holds the lead behind the senior right-hander. Reese Lumpkin getting a big strikeout. We've played 3. 2-0 Miami, winner to Omaha. Welcome to the NCAA Baseball Super Regionals presented by Capital One. Jim Patterson Stadium, Louisville, Kentucky, a sellout crowd for this Super Regional between ACC foes. Winner to Omaha. Miami with a 2-0 lead over Louisville as we head to the fourth. We're joined now by the head coach of the Louisville Cardinals. Dan McDonnell is with us. I saw an interview with Ethan Eberle when he was in high school where he described himself as a bulldog. Do you feel like that's a good description for him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's super competitive, man. We wouldn't be here today if he didn't step up about at the halfway point of the season, when a couple guys went down, and he's been great. It's been fun to watch.
Dan, I've always said it, and I continue to say it. For me, your hitters, probably the best in-game adjustments that I've seen, especially second time through the lineup. What are you talking about? What are you seeing out of them against Reese Lumpkin?
He hasn't thrown a ton of first pitch strikes, and but he's gotten us on the 1-0s and the 2-0s, and it's surprising to have a ball violation when the inning's about to start, like with TV and everything. Like, come on, people. Like, really? I mean, it's like sometimes we have these rules,
I hear you.
It's no judgment, right? We keep saying no judgment. Just make the next pitch and get a ground ball.
Well, you did just that.
Yeah. I think you're 3 for 3 in ground outs to your middle infielders in interviews.
I'm just going to wear the headset when we're on defense. But I don't know if I answered Gabby's question. It's just, he's threw a lot of those 1-0, 2-0 breaking balls, and you're trying to do too much. You're juiced up, swinging at maybe not the best pitches, but second time through, you hope we have better at bats. You saw Lucas hits a line drive to center. Klein, works the walk. I think you're going to have to walk against him. Not that Miami pitchers really walk you. The one thing about JD's staff, man, they don't walk anybody.
Ooh, nice play by Davis, tumbling to the ground for out number 2.
Yeah,
Mac,
not pretty, but we got the out.
Counts the out. Mac, we appreciate the time as always. Best of luck today.
I don't know why we're getting off. I'm getting outs left and right. Like, come on, you guys are messing up my mojo.
Thanks, Mac. The great Dan McDonnell. 19 years as the head coach at Louisville. 10 Super Regionals, 5 Men's College World Series appearances. And this, like, Jim Patterson Stadium was a year old when he took the job, but this, what you see today, the 6,000 here, is all what Dan McDonnell has built in this program. Renzo Gonzalez takes inside 1-0.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's just wearing the headset just to have it on the whole entire time. This is working. We're keeping it.
I know he said that, but I know he wanted to get with somebody to talk a little bit about infield communication with
well, here's the thing, man. You got that wind that's blowing.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel like Davis didn't realize that. And Hott was right behind him, maybe trying to call it. Davis just stayed with it. But, yeah, you're right. The infield communication there, that's one that Hott has to just really scream and get him out of the way.
Hott getting a start today over Kamayu Neighbors. Neighbors solidified that second base job. But scuffling a little bit. Tamper up the first base line, and Klein will let it roll foul. Does that constitute a Bronx cheer here in
It's going to be every single one. Every single ball that's going to be down that first base line.
Here's why everyone is doing this. Was yesterday in a key spot. Watch, that ball is called foul. It's called by the first base umpire. We never got a great angle. There it kind of looks fair. We were talking to a bunch of people around Louisville yesterday who thought it was a foul ball that was called that way. Tate Davis certainly didn't think that, but it was a very tricky play. The problem is the next that hitter, Michael Torres, then singled, and Jake Ogden followed with a 3-run homer. Pass to diving Alicea, 2-out single the other way for Renzo Gonzalez. Gonzalez with a 2-out base hit. Fifth of the day for Miami. We'll bring up Tanner Smith. It was amazing how the entire feel of this Super Regional changed over the course of just a half inning. Louisville had the bases loaded with 2 outs. Carson Fisher comes in the game, picks off Kamayu Neighbors from second base. Miami puts up a 4-spot to take the lead in the bottom of that inning. With that play, an error by Alicea that was a tough call against him. And the first pitch by Tanner Smith has popped up on the infield. Hott waving his arms for it. Second baseman has it, and the inning is over. Speaking of hot, Eddie King Jr. will lead off the bottom of the fourth for Louisville. They trail Miami 2-0. Game 3, Super Regionals, winner to Omaha. That's Pat Kelsey, the head basketball coach here at Louisville, leading the Cardinals charge here and their chant. There we go. Jim Patterson Stadium has been rocking today.
That's great.
I do appreciate that they shortened it from Cardinals, because the more letters you put in, the bigger chance that I would have of misspelling it. Eddie King Jr. leads off. Hot cleanup hitter takes the ball outside.
Got to worry about the hand gestures and where the ends go and A's. How do you do an A?
You notice that the guys that painted their chests earlier did not spell out Cardinals, and I don't know if that's because they had trouble spelling it, they just didn't have enough dudes. The 1-0. King bounces it foul, 1-1. Eddie King Jr., 17 home runs on the season after his pair yesterday. Waiting for the 1-1 from Reese Lumpkin. Fights that one off into center field. Michael Torres over to make the catch. Leadoff man gone in the Louisville fourth. We talked to Dan McDonald in the last half inning, Gabby, a little bit about the offensive approach. Didn't feel like he was thrilled with their at-bat. So what do you want to see if you're Dan McDonald, to see that your guys are getting on the right path here? I mean, obviously, big energy, a lot on the line. After losing yesterday and losing a big lead early, you wonder if there's a little bit of pressing.
I think with Dan McDonald, basically what he was saying is maybe guys being a little bit too aggressive early on in the counts.
Swing and a miss.
And just like that, you know, are you looking for a change-up first pitch? If you are, fine. But if you're not, kind of let those pitches go. The longer the AB goes, the more of a chance that you have of Lumpkin maybe walking you. And I think that's kind of what Dan McDonald even alluded to, of want to maybe see a little bit more walks.
A bunt by Pike up along third. It's a dandy, and he'll be safe. Ill-advised throw by Lumpkin, but Pike beats out the base hit to put some pressure on.
Boy, what a bunt. Nobody was expecting that by Pike. Cuvée kind of up, but there is nothing that you're going to do on that one. That is a perfectly placed bunt.
Zion Rose, the batter. Pike, even with the knee brace on, beating that out easily. Pike 9 for 9 in stolen bases. Louisville led the ACC by a wide margin in steals, and they were successful 90% of the time this season, or almost 90%. 89% to be exact.
Is there a point something so we can just round it?
It was like 88.8, so I gave him a lot of extra credit, but it's fine. Listen, if they're not going to spell out Cardinals, then I can round up. Pitch to Rose, line down the left field line towards the corner, and that will drop in, a fair ball. Pike to third, he's being waved home. Here comes the relay, it's not in time. Zion Rose makes it a one-run game. Ball game as the leading RBI man for Louisville delivers.
Oh boy, does he ever deliver. They moved him from that three-hole spot down in the lineup, gets a pitch out over the plate, stays through this baseball and drives it down that left field line. How about Pike and what he's able to do? He reads it perfectly, sees that ball is getting down, and then it's just get on your horse and you're flying around those bases. All of a sudden, Louisville gets one back. and still has a guy in scoring position.
All right, Gabby, let's talk a little bit about this. Rob Evans beginning to get loose in the Miami bullpen, the lefty. Listen, there's a left-handed hitter and a power hitter at the plate in Tank Davis. They're leading home run hitter. But Zion Rose is 30 of 33 in stolen base attempts. And I know this isn't generally the spot, but getting that man to third with one out with as good a base stealer as he is. Listen, these guys, there's only one out, right? You want to try and get man there with one out if you can. And this is a team that is very good at stealing third. What do you think about the possibility?
I mean, of course, the only thing that you're looking at is that there's an open look to third. But I don't care. If you're stealing third base, you're stealing it on the pitcher anyways.
First pitch to Davis, lined into right field, a base hit. Rose to third, he'll get the stop sign as that one was scalded and the inning continues.
Well, there you go. That's an easy way to get a guy over to third base. Get that base hit. Thing is that Davis hit it too hard. This ball is smashed. That's over 100 miles an hour off the bat, line drive to right field. Nothing you could do here if you're Rose. He's off and running. It was too hard.
Byram Hott, the hitter, he singled his first trip. The former Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference Rookie of the Year at Marist. Junior transferred in this season. Good numbers offensively. Tying run at third, one out. Take Davis from first. First pitch. Hot swings and misses. Breaking ball, it's 0-1.
If you're Hot, that's what you're kind of looking for. You're looking for a pitch that's elevated up in the zone, something that you can stay off the ground. Remember, we've talked about Lumpkin. He is more of a ground ball pitcher, but that's when he's down in the zone, so you have to try to bring him up. If you're Lumpkin, though, it's the opposite. Got to try to get that fastball down and then let that run get you a ground ball.
A chopper to short, that could be two. Ogden to second for one. On to first, not in time. We're tied.
I'm not going to be surprised if all of a sudden J.D. Arteaga goes ahead and takes a look at this. He's also looking at the slide at second base.
I think we also have to look at whether or not Dorian Gonzalez Jr. was on the bag at second when he took that throw. He was very quick there.
He's going to be safe at first. I think what they're going to look at is the runner never slid. He ran through the base at second. Definitely beat the throw to first. So that is for sure. But there was no slide into second base. He stayed on his feet running, and I think that's something that they're going to look at.
The ruling on the field is that there is no fourth play slide rule at second base. Miami is challenging that ruling. This play will go to further review. This is Miami's first challenge.
Gabby, he peeled off to the inside, but watch Gonzalez's feet on that. I am not sure he was ever on the base. I need you to look at this because you're a much better judge of this than I am. But to me, it looked like Gonzalez was set up behind the bag or towards the right field side of the bag. I'm not sure that he was on the base. If he was, it was his toes. So, I have to think that Louisville looks at this as well, right? Like, I don't know. The forced play interference wouldn't come into effect, would it, with him?
I don't think so. And he peeled off, just like you said, and he wasn't distracting the throw. So I don't see anything there that would tell me that it's a forced play rule that he has to slide into it. So we'll take a look at the foot being on the base.
Yeah, he's on the base. So he is on the base when he catches the throw. Okay, so I was wrong there.
He did do it very quickly. So here's the toss. His still foot was on the base. So that's the kind of what they're looking at. And they're looking at Davis and the way that he didn't slide into the base and he kind of just peeled off as he was getting close.
So as of right now, they're determining whether or not there was runner interference. Gonzalez does get to put out at second. If there is runner interference, the inning will be over and the run will come off the board. about to get the call. David Ewell, our home plate umpire, set to give us the information.
After further review, the runner at second is out. The call on the field is confirmed. There is no forced play slide rule. The batter runner is at first base. We also have R3. Miami loses one challenge. They have one remaining.
So the call on the field confirmed, and here's why.
And the reason why is that you can be on your feet as long as you go away from the second baseman. So you can see Davis is running, and as this throw is being made, he deviates away from the fielder. He is not going into the fielder. So because of that, they deem it that he is not blocking or he's not intruding into that throwing lane.
That is going to be it for Reese Lumpkin. Louisville tying the score at 2 here at the bottom of the fourth. Rob Evans coming in. Miami's bullpen has been outstanding in this Super Regional so far. You can see the difference between the starters and the relievers. Reese Lumpkin was really good until this inning. And a quick hook on him as Louisville has tied the game and back to Rob Evans, the Georgia State transfer. And he struggled a little bit with his command yesterday.
He did. I mean, it's a good fastball. He has a slider with a changeup. The fastball's 90 to 93. Now you look at the base on balls compared to the innings, 9 walks and 14 2/3. When he's in the zone, and I've seen him a couple different times already, when he's in the zone, boy, he's good. He's got that good lively fastball. That slider is going to work. The problem with him is about falling behind, where then he becomes a one-pitch pitcher.
Alex Alisea, the switch hitter, who is having to bat left-handed because of a thumb injury.
Let's go, Big Al!
Throw to first.
Let's go, Big Al! Let's go!
The runner is back.
And we talk about quick hook, too, with Lumpkin. You have to realize, too, we talked about the second time through the lineup. Well, that's where they kind of were in that spot. Second time through the lineup, you were starting to see the balls coming off the bat a little bit different.
Takes a strike. Count 0-1.
Los Manos! Right here, buddy! Right here! Have fun now. Let's go. Pick him up. Dave's on first. Second. Let's go, champ.
The pitch. Alisea to short. Ogden has it. He'll go the long way to first for the out. And Evans gets out of the inning, but Louisville gets even. We've played 4. Miami and Louisville tied at 2. Winner to Omaha. Destination Omaha, Nebraska, the Men's College World Series. One of these teams will hit the off-ramp on the road to Omaha, and the other will be cleared for the Men's College World Series starting on Friday. We know one of the teams that will be there. Congratulations to Kevin Schnall and the Chanticleers of Coastal Carolina back in Omaha for the first time since winning the national championship in 2016. 9-year drought as they went to Auburn and swept that Super Regional. 7 other teams can claim a spot today. Gabby Gutierrez tries to bunt, pulls back, it's 1-0. 8-9-1 due for Miami. This was the part of the lineup that was most important offensively for them yesterday. Not because they drove in a bunch of runs, but because they created a ton of traffic.
Yeah, created a ton of traffic, getting on base. It's kind of where they have lacked, I would say, this season. But when that bottom of the lineup, they're able to get on, especially for that top, that's when all of a sudden they get those big innings.
Gutierrez, a strikeout. Pitch misses, count 2-1. North Carolina with a 3-1 lead over Arizona in Game 3 of that Super Regional. Murray State leading Duke 6-3. That game in the bottom of the fourth at Coombs, the 4 seed out of the Missouri Valley Conference. Pitch outside, 3-1. 8-3 Murray State after a 2-run double. So look out. North Carolina trying to make it to their 2nd straight Men's College World Series. Duke hasn't been since 1961. Swing and a miss. It's 3-2. And Murray State, that team can hit.
I mean, they're putting up some numbers here today. Now Duke does lead that series 1-0.
Held on yesterday for a 7-4 win. Gutierrez down on strikes. Both strikeouts for Eberle have been to Gutierrez, the leadoff man gone in the 5th. Let's take a look at our side of the bracket here. You can see Game 3s today going on right now here and in Chapel Hill. Later tonight, Oregon State and Florida State will play for a trip to Omaha. Jamie Arnold with a strong performance. Kyler McDaniel's #1 overall draft prospect. 6 2/3 innings of 9 strikeout ball, keeping Florida State's season alive last night in Corvallis as Michael Torres takes a strike. There's our resident
Coastal Carolina
Chance fan. Yeah, he's got all the autographs from the 2016 team and a banana suit. Never have enough potassium, Gabby.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Wait, you want peanut butter and jelly and banana?
Yes.
Can you just substitute the banana for jelly?
Good. Isn't that the Elvis Presley?
Yeah, I'm a big peanut butter and banana fan. That's a great combo. I don't know how bananas and roosters go together, though. The 0-2 outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Coastal is going to be a handful for whoever plays them in Omaha. They had the best ERA in the country this year. Good team.
They know how to win it.
23 straight wins for the Chants. 1-2 the count to Torres. The pitch. Slap foul. Out of play. It is really muggy here now, which is just going to ratchet up the uncomfortable nature of an elimination game. A game where both teams' season is on the line. The set. The 1-2. Breaking ball, line foul. Torres putting together a battle against Eberle. Starting to get a little bit of action in the Louisville bullpen. The set. The 1-2. Fouled away again.
Just another great at-bat by Michael Torres. He's been having a lot of good at-bats in the playoffs and regionals, now in super regionals. Yesterday had himself a nice 3-for-4 day. Started off today with a base hit right back up the middle.
The 1-2. Called strike 3. Another breaking ball and back-to-back strikeouts for Eberle, 2 outs.
Boy, that's a good slider. Where it starts, where it finishes. Buckles, Torres. This one starts right at that front hip, breaks right over the plate. Torres cannot pull the trigger.
Jake Ogden is 0 for 2. Leadoff man who had the big 3-run home run yesterday and called for the key pickoff play in the 4th inning. First pitch, outside, 1-0. I love that his teammates just recognize how smart a ball player he is. That's the Ogden baseball moniker. They have T-shirts. Apparently it's Daniel Cuvier's favorite phrase to just shout out, that's Ogden baseball. Check swing, he held up. 2-0. He had a steal of home, like a straight steal of home against NC State earlier this year.
He's just a very smart player. He understands what the defense is trying to do when he's hitting. He understands what the offense is doing when he's on defense. He's a student of the game.
2-0. On the ground towards the middle, Alicea will throw out Ogden, And Eberle's set down to 6 of the last 7. Halfway through this one, Louisville and Miami tied at 2. Winner to the Men's College World Series. UFL semifinals are today. The Panthers facing the Stallions at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. ABC, ESPN Deportes, ESPN Plus. Winner will face the winner of the Defenders Battlehawks in the UFL Championship game Saturday, June 14th on ABC. Trying to get back to Omaha, the Louisville Cardinals. You get it? Because it's their back. These guys have been dying to take their shirts off. And now that's go O-Hats. Wait,
they better hope it stays kind of overcast, because that would really be a funny suntan.
Are you saying that those guys probably aren't wearing sunscreen?
I would say 0% chance they're wearing sunscreen.
Lucas Moore leads off for Louisville and fouls it away 1-1. A quiet Super Regional for Lucas Moore. He's been on base just twice. Of course, both times he stole bases. 50 on the year. Leadoff man for Louisville facing Rob Evans to start the 5th. The pitch. Upstairs, it's 2-1. There's a righty getting loose in Miami's bullpen.
Have to guess that's for Jake Monroe, the 3rd hitter.
The 2-1. Moore over the head of a leaping Ogden, a leadoff single. And now the guy that makes this offense go is aboard. Will Smith is the right-hander getting loose. And the go-ahead run at first with Klein coming up. Moore is gonna run. He describes his base stealing as greedy as he dives back in. Greediness is the word that he used.
It's a great word for stealing bases. 52 out of 53 in stolen bases this year.
Snap throw to first, and he's just back. Moore said the one time he was caught stealing this year, he forced the jump. He said it was entirely on me. He really believes that no one can catch him if he doesn't make a mistake. First pitch, Klein takes upstairs 1-0, and you know that's in Rob Evans' mind right now. Miami has done a pretty decent job of controlling Louisville's running game because they haven't given them that many opportunities. It's been the power for Louisville that's been the story in this Super Regional. The 1-0. Klein into left center field. Galvin is over and camped under it for out number 1. And back to first goes Moore. That's the first out, and here comes Jake Monroe.
You would think that with a righty warming up in the bullpen, that this would be the time JD would go. And yep, there he starts to make his walk.
JD Arteaga is going to make a pitching change here. Evans gets 2 of the 3 batters he was asked to. And JD Arteaga going to take the ball from the lefty. It appears here. We are waiting for the signal. And JD Arteaga makes the pitching change. 1 out, 1 on. Bottom of the 5th inning. Miami and Louisville tied at 2. Winner goes to the Men's College World Series.
SEC Pitcher of the Year, Liam Doyle, one of the best in the country. Swing and a miss. And the fastball is just special from Doyle. Strike 3 calls.
Liam Doyle has been outstanding.
Tennessee's ace, who closed out their Super Regional win over Wake Forest, getting the ball tonight against rival Arkansas, trying to keep the reigning national champion season alive. That game follows ours here on ESPN. As you see, the game 2s today, UCLA coming back to beat UTSA, Duke and Murray State going on right now, and LSU with a pair of grand slams pounding West Virginia yesterday as they try to make it back to Omaha. And the senior from Conway, South Carolina, Will Smith, who was one of the heroes of Game 7 of the Regional, takes over on the mound for Miami with the go-ahead run on here in the bottom of the 5th for Louisville.
Yeah, for Will Smith, it's a fastball. He has a cutter along with a slider. Will throw a curveball and a changeup. Rarely is throwing that changeup. He is more of a cutter slider type pitcher. That fastball anywhere between 89 and 92 miles an hour.
And his first order of business is tossing over to first to try and keep more close. Just 2 stolen bases for Louisville in this Super Regional, both by Moore yesterday. 6th of the nation in steals coming in. Will they be running here? Moore goes. The pitch is a ball. The throw from Smith is way offline, and Lucas Moore steals second. And as one of the fans in front of us just told us, safe all day. Yes, that was very obvious.
Yeah, that was just an easy jump. They had no chance.
Now the question is, does he try to steal third? Because he has a base stealer's lead at second right now. Monroe takes a strike, it's 1-1.
I would not be surprised if he goes ahead and takes off. Moore understands how to run the bases. He knows what he's doing, especially with a righty up.
Dancing off second right now, the pitch. Down low, 2-1.
Now the only thing is that he is in scoring position already. He is that fast. You do have Moore and King Jr. up.
But he has a lot of confidence in his ability to steal third. And one of the things in talking to Moore that he said was that it's almost easier to steal third than it is to steal second for him, because the looks don't vary as much from pitchers. He's like, I can get a read pretty quickly on what they're trying to do. I wouldn't expect him to be going on a 3-1 count to the red-hot Jake Monroe here.
Here, you would hope he wouldn't.
The pitch, up and in, ball 4. A breaking ball that got away, and Louisville has 2 aboard with 1 out here in the 5th. That is the second walk from Miami pitching. Tate Darius, the freshman, getting loose of the Miami pen, and everybody coming to the feet with Eddie King Jr. coming up. And Laz Gutierrez, after 1 batter, coming out to visit with Smith.
Now Smith was really good in that regional game against Southern Miss to help send Miami to this Super Regional. He ended up going 3 innings, only allowing 1 hit and 1 run.
Darius and Cleveland both getting loose. Jackson Cleveland, who helped to soak up innings for Miami in their 8-1 loss in Game 1, is on the left. Darius, the freshman, on the right. The conference is over, and Eddie King Jr. stands in. 0 for 2 today. You see what he's done so far in this Super Regional. The senior from Chicago waits, and he swings and fouls the first one off to the right, not a play.
Yeah, Smith going right to that slider, not messing around. That's the thing. Eddie King Jr. has punished any pitch that's been up and elevated. It doesn't matter whether it's a fastball or a cutter.
The 0-1. Checks and takes low, just low. It's 1-1. King, his high school coach at Marion Catholic, said that he had the best bat speed of any player he's ever had. Waits, and he takes low. It's 2-1. And the further he gets into an advantage count, the more excited this Louisville crowd gets. The 2-1. 3-1.
Oh boy, if you're Eddie King Jr., you're looking for one pitch. You're looking for something that's out over the plate, maybe that cutter, but you're looking to drive this pitch.
Called strike on the outside corner, and the count is full. Moore at second, Monroe at first. 2-2 game, last of the fifth. Instead of the 3-2, Smith spins and tosses to second.
Just trying to see if all of a sudden Louisville is thinking about running on a 3-2 count.
Smith set, King ready. The 3-2 again, a spin to second. Has anybody ever cheered a pickoff throw? Has anybody ever cheered a pickoff throw?
No, never. I don't even think if Louisville would do the pickoff throw that they would be cheering.
Runner goes from second, ball outside, and the bases are loaded. Garrett Pike, the hitter, with the bases loaded and one out in the fifth. This is the best scoring chance for Louisville all day. The biggest moment of this game so far. 2-2 score, and Smith will face Pike. The first pitch, swing and a miss. 0-1. Straight over the top arm slot. Not easy for left-handed hitters.
Just utilizing that cutter. That's the pitch that he's been going to. He's not even throwing that four-seam fastball.
Pike waits. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Pike singled and scored the first Louisville run in the fourth. Adding with the bases loaded here in this tie game. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. On 3 pitches, Smith gets a huge strikeout for out number 2.
Boy, what a pitch by Will Smith. Went right back to the slider, threw a couple of cutters, finishes them off with that slider, and Pike goes down. But you've got to go ahead and face Zion Rose, who his last AB went double RBI to get the Louisville Cardinals on the board.
The first pitch, a strike to the leading RBI man for Louisville. 0-1. The sensational sophomore. In a big spot with the bases loaded. The pitch, swinging a pop-up foul and out of play. And now Rose behind 0-2. Zion Rose, lightning quick hands. Waits. The 0-2. Swinging a bouncer to third, backhanded by Cuvée. He'll take it to the bag, and Smith gets out of the bases-loaded jam. Will Smith gets out of a bases-loaded one-out jam. We head to the 6th. Miami and Louisville tied at 2. Tie game, top of the 6th inning. Omaha on the line, and Will Smith delivered on the mound for Miami.
Boy, I mean, this has been a series of just swings and momentum swings at that. How about bases loaded? You have the right guys up for Louisville. Garrett Pike ends up striking out. Zion Rose, the leader in RBIs for this team, ends up grounding out to Daniel Cuvée. And now Miami comes up to bat.
of the heart of the order due up, including Max Galvin, who's accounted for both of their runs with a 2-run homer off Eberle his last trip. A strike, it's 0-1. Galvin with just his 8th home run of the year. A 2-run shot down the line. The 0-1. Just missed. 1-1 to Galvin. Galvin, Daniel Cuvée, Dorian Gonzalez Jr. This is the biggest power part of the lineup for Miami. Ethan Eberle has been largely in control today. This is outside. It's 2-1. The freshman, with this raucous crowd excited on every pitch, has looked unaffected. It just looks like he's out in the yard playing ball with his friends.
I mean, even after that home run, and that happened in the 3rd inning, he's only given up a base hit after that.
Foul. It's 2-2.
A lot of times, a big-time situation game, a super regional, to send your team to Omaha with a freshman on the mound, a big home run like against Max Galvin could be that game changer, but he didn't let it get to him.
The only thing that looks like freshman about him is his mustache. Like, that's the only thing. 2-2 the count. The pitch. Up and in, and the count is full. Galvin, the leadoff man for Miami in the 6th of this tie game winner to Omaha. Starting to get really tense here in Louisville after the Cardinals left the bases loaded in the bottom of the 5th. Floated into shallow right. Hott broke back, and now that'll fall in for a base hit. Byram Hott actually broke in on that ball, Gabby. He could not get a read.
No, you're definitely right. I think as that ball got hit in the air, and you got to remember that there is a breeze in the air. Now look at Hott at second base on this ball that Galvin hits. It looks like it's going to be in. And then all of a sudden he realizes, no, that's getting over my head. The problem that you have is that that wind is going to just continue taking it over Hott's head. Couldn't come up with it. If he kept on running underneath that baseball, he probably would have been able to get there. But I think he turned around thinking that Pike was going to be able to get there.
Dan McDonald is coming out, and I think this is going to be it for Eberle because Daniel Cuvée, the slugging third baseman and all-ACC star for Miami, lurks. A pitching change here for Louisville. 2-2 game, top of the 6th inning. Miami sending their star to the plate with the go-ahead run at first. Winner goes to Omaha. A fine start from the freshman Ethan Eberle today.
Well, I'll tell you what, he didn't pitch like a freshman. He had that fastball working to go along with the slider. He kept the Miami hitters off balance, and boy, he looked good. And guess what? This crowd, they gave him a standing ovation.
Excellent performance, but he is responsible for the man at first. After Byram Hott's misread, allowed a pop-up to fall in. You see what he's done so far in the postseason. Eberle hoping to get a chance to pitch in Omaha. And the new pitcher is Jake Schweitzer, the freshman, here in Louisville for his hometown team. And you see the numbers. He's been very good at run prevention, but he's not a big strikeout guy. And he has to face the powerful Daniel Cuvée.
Boy, Schweitzer has been really, really good for Louisville, especially coming out of that pen. It's a fastball, slider. He has a curveball with a changeup. That fastball, 88 to 91 miles an hour. He will cut that fastball. That will be about 88 to 90.
The most dangerous bat in the Miami lineup at the plate right now with the go-ahead run aboard. First pitch, Cuvée with a healthy cut is late. It's 0-1. Up to 93 in on his hands.
Usually sticking about that 90-91 range, but I'll tell you what, shows you what a crowd and adrenaline would do to you.
Galvin away from first. The pitch upstairs. 1-1. They have tried to crowd Cuvée with fastballs so far today.
What they've also done with Cuvée is try to elevate that fastball. Cuvée crushes pitches that are down in the zone.
The 1-1. He swings and hits one in the air to center. Backing up and on, and it is Moore. He's got plenty of room to make the catch. And a huge first out for Schweitzer here in the 6th. Boy, with the breeze blowing out, it is amazing that we've only seen one home run. It's a testament to the pitching on both sides so far.
Both pitchers were doing a good job of just keeping those pitches down in the zone.
Dorian Gonzalez Jr. is 0 for 2, the senior second baseman. Galvin 9 of 10 in stolen base attempts. Matt Klein has been very good at throwing out base runners. It seems like it would be more likely if there's a throw over to first. Davis picking the short hop. It would seem that this is the time where it would be more likely to see Galvin run.
Yeah, Galvin is a good runner. 9 for 10 in stolen bases, like you said. And here's the other thing, too. With Dorian Gonzalez up, Davis then has to be at first and covering first. So there is that extra added room on that right side if Galvin doesn't steal. Now, when you look at the numbers, Schweitzer against lefties has given up a 262 average compared to a 132 average against righties.
He's fallen behind Gonzalez 2-0, and now this becomes a critical pitch. Almost every pitch is critical at this juncture. But 2-0, you know Gonzalez is going to be looking to do some damage. 3 home runs in the regional for the senior second baseman. The pitch. It's 3-0. Doesn't get much easier with Derek Williams on deck, although he is a righty.
Yeah, but I think here, with Dorian Gonzalez up, you're going to trust in him. And I think you're going to let him loose on this 3-0 pitch. I wouldn't be giving him the take sign.
The 3-0. Upstairs, ball 4. Gonzalez walks, and Miami building a threat here with 1 out in the 6th. That is the first walk issued by Louisville pitching today. This is a team that walked a higher percentage than any of batters than any team that was left in Super Regionals. And yet they've had just 1 walk today, and Roger Williams, the longtime pitching coach here at Louisville, going to make a mound visit.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest reasons, too, is because who do you have behind the plate? Matt Klein. And you've talked about it plenty, that the pitching staff, when Matt Klein is behind the plate, they trust him. They understand what he's doing back there. He is better at receiving, so he gets some more pitch calls for him. But I think it's just the pitchers having that confidence. So that is why the pitching staff has been so good with Matt Klein now being behind the plate.
A walk there by Schweitzer. It does set up a double play possibility with the right-handed hitting Williams, and you said it, it's almost 100 points difference, right, in terms of the batting average?
130-point difference in batting average from lefties to righties.
Pretty significant. Again, not a big strikeout artist. You would think that Schweitzer can get a ground ball here if you're Louisville. If you're Williams, this is a situation that you live for. RBI man, the transfer from Wichita State.
Coming to you first, Jake.
Returned for the regional from injury. Takes a breaking ball low. It's 1-0.
Now, one of the other numbers, righties, they only have 1 extra base hit against Schweitzer this year.
He's missed on his last 5 pitches. The tension's starting to build again here in Louisville. The 1-0. 2-0. Pitch from the freshman. Way outside, it's 3-0.
This has got to be a take at this point. 7 straight balls.
Here, a hearty group of Miami fans trying to encourage Williams here as he is in A 3-0 count. Go ahead run in scoring position. The pitch. The strike. It's 3-1.
Yeah, but if you're Derek Williams, now you see where that pitch needs to be. And it has to be in that same location. It has to be in that same spot.
Instead of the 3-1, a toss to second.
Pound that zone, kid. Let's go. Let's go, baby.
3 balls and 1 strike.
Show 'em what you got. You got this.
The pitch. Called strike, and the count goes full.
That's not where Derek Williams was looking. He was looking for something out over that ball running to the inside part of the plate.
1 out, runners at first and second, tie game. The 3-2 pitch. Foul down the right field line. Trying to stay inside that one. We fought it off.
All the way back. Now win it, kid. Win it.
Too risky to think about sending the runners in this spot?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't at all. I would keep them right where they're at.
The 3-2 upstairs, ball 4, and the bases are loaded for Miami. Back-to-back walks by Schweitzer. And Renzo Gonzalez coming to the plate.
Same way. Just one pitch. Let's go.
This has been the story of their Super Regional. He had a lot of chances with men on base early in game 1, couldn't cash them in. Yesterday, much better, including a 4-run inning in the 4th that brought him back, gave him the lead for their time. And Schweitzer's going to face Renzo Gonzalez. Gonzalez had the go-ahead base hit in the 7th through a drawn-in infield. A single today for the first baseman. The first pitch, outside, 1-0.
Now for Renzo Gonzalez, I don't think he has a take sign on. They're giving him, hey, you go ahead and hit if you get something good. You got to look for something up and elevated. You don't want anything down. You want to hit this ball deep to the outfield.
The pitch, 2-0.
You're also looking not to pull. Guys get into that thought process where I need to get this pitch and I need to pull it. And usually when you do that, you're going to hit that ground ball. You look to stay inside that baseball and drive it the opposite way.
Gonzalez's only home run of the year is a grand slam, the 2-0. Back through the middle, club by Schweitzer. Underhands to home, on to first, double play! One, two, three, double play. We head to the bottom of the 6th, still tied at 2. Jake Schweitzer got just what he needed to keep this game tied.
Oh boy, did he ever. After walking a couple, there's bases loaded. Renzo Gonzalez up, gets a pitch out over, right back to Schweitzer, flips it over to Clyde, to Davis to finish the double play. What a huge play for Louisville.
Schweitzer slapping the glove of Klein. Yeah, the freshman who is struggling with his control gets out of it. And now Tank Davis leads off. Boy, it's amazing how the momentum swung, right? Louisville gets out, Miami, gets out of a bases loaded 1-out jam in the bottom of the 5th, and then Louisville does the same in the 6th. And we were talking about it at the break. Remember, game 1 turned on a potential 1-2-3 double play when A.J. Siskar, the starter for Miami, threw it away. That led to 2 runs, and then a home run after that by Jake Monroe. Tank Davis pops it up. Foul ground, third base side. Cuvée lost it in the sun. The sun just broke through the clouds, Gabby, right at the time that Cuvée tried to field that.
And Cuvée was trying to do everything on that ball to change his body, to get himself in a way to be able to see it. And it just looked like last second. Usually on those, he tries to put the glove up, but just completely lost it in the sun.
2-1 to Davis, and now a second chance for the leading home run hitter for Louisville. And yesterday, we saw a second chance on a fair foul call lead to a big rally for Miami. Can Davis take advantage? The 2-1. Swing and a pop-up foul and out of play, and the count 2-2. Cuvée didn't go for sunglasses in part because the sun went right back behind the clouds.
The sun just broke for that 1 second.
See him moving over to the shortstop area in this shift with 2 strikes for Davis. Davis a single and a strikeout today. Time is called as they have to move Byram Hott back over to the on-deck circle.
Here we go, Tag, here we go! Get it started, kid! Get it started! Let's go, Tag!
The set. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. A big strikeout for Smith to start the 6th.
Boy, that was huge, especially after that foul pop-up and Cuvée not being able to get it. Throws the cutter underneath Big Davis's bat. Man, this has been just a crazy series. Just the back and forth.
It has been so tightly contested, especially these last 2 days. Byram Hott hitting an RBI, and he can't hold up. It's 0-1. We didn't talk about this because he came into the middle of a jam, really, but Will Smith has got to be a nightmare for hitters who haven't seen a straight over-the-top right-hander.
And not only that, it's just the movement that he has with those pitches. He does have a 4-seam, but boy, he's just been throwing a bunch of cutters and that slider. And it's a good one, too. A lot of action to it. Plays well off the cutter. That cutter is going to be anywhere in that 85, 86 range. That slider in that 80, 83 range. And then he can just bust a 4-seam fastball up in the zone at 92.
Jackson Cleveland, Jake Dorn getting loose in the Miami pen. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Made quick work of Hott, 2 outs. 3 strikeouts for Smith since entering the game. And Alex Alicea will bat.
Number 2, just like Schweitzer coming into the ball game, kind of really didn't know where it was going early on. He walked Monroe, he walked King, but boy, those pitches, he knows where they're going right now. And that secondary pitch, that slider has been absolutely nasty.
Alicea 0 for 1 with a sacrifice. Speedy number 9 hitter from Milwaukee. Slaps the first one foul, 0-1. He is the player that Dan McDonnell thinks embodies the fight of this Louisville team. Dan McDonnell certainly seems a lot calmer than just about everybody else in this ballpark. A strike, it's 0-2. Miami's dugout trying to get their fans into this with a 2-strike count on Alicea. The pitch. Checks his swing and takes low on appeal. Billy Van Rapport says no swing.
Boy, what a take by Alex Alicea on that one. That is not an easy pitch to take.
Everybody does a little bit. Let's go.
I think Smith just going to try to go right back to it.
1-2. Called strike 3. Smith strikes out the side. In the 6th. To the 7th we go. Tied at 2 with Omaha on the line. Gabe Gackel shut things down for Arkansas despite a solo homer in the 9th. The Razorbacks, behind that man, Zach Rude, and his 1-hit performance defeated the reigning national champions Tennessee yesterday. Game 2 of that Super Regional, the Vols season on the line. Coming up in about 45 minutes, Tom Hart, Kyle Peterson, Chris Burke are there here. We will be sending one of these 2 teams to Omaha. We enter the final third of the game, tied at 2. Both of these teams went on the road to win regionals. These ACC opponents did not meet during the regular season. The bottom third of the Miami lineup starts the 7th with Tanner Smith bouncing one foul. And a nice play by Chris Dominguez, the former Louisville star. Caballo Neighbors enters the game at second base for Byram Hott. Did not start today. One of the leaders of this team, the transfer from Cal State Northridge. Jake Schweitzer got out of a bases-loaded jam in the 6th with a huge double play. And the count even to Tanner Smith, 1-1. Gabby, a big inning for Schweitzer because the top of the order from Miami lurks, and the top of the order from Louisville is due up in the bottom of the 7th. 1-2.
And we've talked about it too, basically all series long. For Miami, if the bottom of the lineup is producing, they're getting on base for that top, and all of a sudden they have those big innings.
The 1-2. Swinging a roller to third, charging Monroe. Will throw on the run in time to get him for out number 1. Pinch hitter here for Miami, Jake Kulikowski, who started yesterday as the DH, is going to hit for Gabby Gutierrez.
Yeah, I kind of saw this coming. Once a righty was going to get on the mound, Gabby Gutierrez was going to get pinch hit for. It was just going to be who was going to pinch hit for him. Was it going to be Kulikowski or was it going to be Peralta? They're going with Kulikowski, who had himself a really nice game yesterday.
On base a couple of times. He's a very highly touted recruit coming to Miami. He has big power despite the lack of home runs this season. He just did not win enough playing time this year, but he is a dangerous batter and one that you're trying to get in the lineup here in the Super Regional. He takes a breaking ball strike, it's 0-1. As Gabby mentioned earlier, pretty pronounced splits. The difference between Jake Schweitzer against righties and lefties is significant.
Keep pressing, Joe. Keep pressing. Let's go.
The pitch. 1-1. Our friend and colleague Mike Rooney in the ESPN studios today likes to call the groans on borderline pitches reactions from the umpire consultants. All the way, it's 1-2.
You're getting a lot of reaction from those consultants today.
Every borderline pitch, every pitch matters so much at this point. The season is on the line for both of these teams today. The 1-2. In the air to left. King trotting in, can't get there, it's a base hit. Kulikowski with an opposite field single. Eddie King Jr. just could not get to that one, and it falls in for a single. The go-ahead run is on base. Tonight we have baseball's biggest rivalry on Sunday Night Baseball, a series finale between the Red Sox and the Yankees. 7 Eastern on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Radio. Coverage begins at 6 Eastern. Baseball tonight, Sunday Night Countdown. We see Tino Martinez named here. He paid for the press box here at Jim Patterson Stadium. When his brother-in-law, Lalo Prado, was the head coach. That was right before Dan McDonnell became the head coach at Louisville. He's been here for 19 years, trying to get him to Omaha for the 6th time. First pitch misses high to Michael Torres. There's McDonnell, who went to Omaha as a player in 1990 with the Citadel. Torres, the number 9 hitter with a base hit today. The pitch. A strike, it's 1-1. A steady climb for the batting average through the postseason for Torres. The 1-1. He swings and hits that one in the air to left. King going back, still going back, has room, and just in front of the warning track, makes an awkward catch for out number 2, and racing back to first, Kulikowski.
I'll tell you this, Michael Torres thought he got that one. But all of a sudden, it looks like that wind has shifted, and it's coming in from left out to right. And that's the only reason why that ball might have stayed in this ballpark. Great running, too, by Kulikowski there. He actually rounded second on that ball, retouched second, and got back to first.
2 outs for Jake Ogden, the hero yesterday for Miami. 2-2 game, top of the 7th. First pitch. Ogden to center. Moore has plenty of room. He's got it. Inning over. We stretch here at Jim Patterson Stadium. Miami and Louisville tied at 2. Top of the order due for Louisville. Omaha on the line. Intense game as we head to the bottom of the 7th, tied at 2, and both teams have had key relievers get out of big jams, Gabby.
Oh, they sure have. You got to go back to that 5th inning where all of a sudden Louisville had bases loaded with the right guys up. Pike strikes out. Rose grounder to Cuvée, who gets out of it. And then right after it, the next inning, the top is the 6th. Miami bases loaded, and it's a 1-2-3 double play. Renzo Gonzalez right to Schweitzer, to Klein, to Davis to finish it off.
Winner goes to Omaha, top of the order, due for Louisville. Lucas Moore, 1 for 3. First pitch. Takes a breaking ball strike. It's 0-1. Smith pitched a perfect bottom of the 6th against the bottom of the lineup. Now facing the best hitters Louisville has. Misses inside, it's 1-1. Moore, a very selective hitter. He will really make pitchers work. Cuvée having to play in at 3rd to respect the blazing speed of Moore. The pitch. Swinging a fly ball, left center. Torres calling for it, and the leadoff man gone to the bottom of the 7th. The Men's College World Series returns to Omaha, Nebraska. The action begins Friday, June 13th, 2 p.m. Eastern, live on ESPN. For more information on the 2025 Men's College World Series, go to NCAA.com, the official online home for all 90 NCAA championships. 1 out for Matt Klein, 2-2 game. First pitch in the dirt. 1-0. Klein 0 for 2 with a walk today. One and one. Well, you can just feel the energy and excitement here. Bouncer foul. Dan McDonald called this the best weekend of college baseball. Tony Vitello said something similar. Every pitch matters as Cleveland continues to get loose in the pen. And both of these teams have had a long Omaha drought, at least by their standards. Klein into right. Kulikowski, a late break, makes the catch. 2 outs.
You know what the amazing part for me with the amount of fans that are here today watching this ball game, and all of a sudden the hitters are up there, how quiet it gets. Just letting the hitters try to concentrate and waiting for that big moment.
There they are on the berm and left. First pitch outside, 1-0. Monroe 1 for 2, a single in the first. He's also drawn a walk. 3 homers in this Super Regional, including 5 runs knocked in with a pair of blasts and a sac fly in game 1. 2-0. Will Smith has set down 7 in a row. The delivery. On the ground towards the middle, past the diving Ogden into left center field. And Monroe reaches with 2 outs for Eddie Tink Jr. King 0 for 2 with a walk today. The hottest hitter in this Louisville lineup, who had a pair of home runs yesterday. Trying to deliver for his hometown fans. Bill Smith having trouble hearing the signs. It's gotten loud here at Jim Patterson. The first pitch. And takes a strike, 0-1.
Well, it's been that pitch that's just been working for him all game long. It's that slider that he's able to just nestle in away from the righty, right perfectly on that outside corner.
Smith getting a little extra time to make sure that his pitch count was turned up loud enough.
You can just see the sweat pouring off of him.
It is muggy. It's only about 79, 80 degrees today, but it's humid. There's been rain in the area, and I would have to think that the tension of every single pitch is adding to the perspiration. Throw over and a late dive back by Monroe.
That's quick feet.
Yeah, did not have a good read on that pickoff throw. But the last thing Louisville wants is somebody picked off with Eddie King Jr. at the plate. Long hold in the 0-1. King fouls it off to the right, and that one will reach the seats. 0-2. A little big on that swing, it looked like.
Yeah, I think that King there was looking for one thing, to see if he could send this ball out of here. And why not? As hot as he has been, the amount of power that he has shown. But again, what I love what he does too is with 2 strikes, you see him just choke up. Now he says, you know, those first 2 swings are for me. Now this one's for the team. See if you can pass the baton to the next hitter.
0-2, foul the back, fighting off. Pitch above the zone. This Louisville crowd has brought energy to every pitch of this game today. The pitch in the dirt, it bounces away, and Monroe will move to scoring position. A big 90 feet potentially for Louisville there. Gabby, he was already shortening up with 2 strikes. Does this change at all?
No, that doesn't change at all. It's still 2 strikes, so he's going to stay choked up. Guys, when they get it to 2 strikes, this is just the mode that they're in.
The 1-2. Swing on a soft fly ball, center field. Torres racing in. Dives, can't get it. Louisville will take the lead. King to second. It's 3-2 Cardinals. The wild pitch proves costly as Eddie King Jr. delivers again.
Now Torres playing really deep, which is odd in these type of situations with runners on. But we talked about the not going back to your barrel to the bottom and still staying choked up. It's a short swing. There's not going to be a lot of power. It's just trying to get that bat head through the zone. He is able to stay through it. And of course, Eddie King Jr. delivers for Louisville again.
How much do they love the captain here chanting Eddie, Eddie, as Garrett Pike takes in the dirt, 1-0. The senior who's dreamed of getting this program back to Omaha. Only one player on this roster has NCAA tournament experience before this year. That's Brennan Cutts, the reliever who was at Indiana State, which seems stunning for a Louisville team that's been a staple in the postseason, but they'd missed regionals 3 of the 4 previous seasons. And now Dan McDonald trying to get his club back to Omaha for the first time in 6 years. Pike just foul pass first. It's 2-1. The pitch. Pike drives it to right, racing over Kulikowski, and he will make the catch to end the inning. But Louisville gets the lead on Eddie King Jr.'s 2-out single. We head to the 8th. Louisville up a run, looking to get to Omaha. Eddie King Jr., the go-ahead RBI bloop double in the 7th inning, has Louisville 6 outs from Omaha. See the 2-strike swing from King and the effort by Michael Torres in center. After a wild pitch, moved Jake Monroe into scoring position. And Louisville has the lead, and now they need 6 outs from Jake Schweitzer and company. But the heart of the Miami order due up. First pitch to Galvin, who's already homered today, takes a ball outside. 1-0.
You always talk about those winning innings, and right here where you have Miami, 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up. For Schweitzer, this is that closing inning, in my opinion. These are the guys that you have to get through.
Slap to third, Monroe to first, 1 out. Here was a reaction from the crowd after the seniors' go-ahead base hit. The senior here in Louisville.
They love him.
Eddie King Jr., the go-ahead base hit, but now Jake Schweitzer has to face Daniel Cuvée, the big power-hitting third baseman. 1 for 3 today. A 3-run homer yesterday that was the difference in the game, and he chops it foul, 0-1. Gabby, take me through your mindset in this at-bat. How do you try and keep things calm, knowing that you're the guy that can tie it with one swing?
Well, that's the thing, that you can't just try to go up there to hit the home run. The home runs happen on that good swing. When you try to create the home run, you become muscly. So for me, it's just going to be, hey, listen, I want to hit this ball in the gap.
Foul back, a mighty rip there. It's 0-2. He was not just trying to hit the ball in the gap with that swing.
But you do get muscly. When you hit the home run, if you go back to his home run that he hit yesterday, that 3-run homer, it was a nice, easy swing on a pitch that was out over the plate.
A long at-bat in the first inning that resulted in an opposite field single against the starter, Eberle. The 0-2. Liner down the right field line. That's a fair ball, and that's going to bounce into the corner. Daniel Cuvée on his way to second in the tying run in scoring position with 1 out for Miami.
That's what you want to do if you're Cuvée. A lot shorter of a swing on that pitch. Nice and easy, letting that ball travel, not trying to do too much. That's the only the second extra base hit that Schweitzer has given up to a right-handed batter.
Dorian Gonzalez Jr., the cleanup man for Miami, hits the senior who grew up mentored by JT Arteaga. His dad, a former teammate of his head coach at Miami. Dorian understands exactly how important this Miami baseball program is in South Florida. He knows how long this drought has been. He has a chance to get this game even at the very least with a base hit. Toss to second. Cuvée close. There is Dorian Gonzalez Sr., former Miami teammate of J.D. Arteaga, 3 generations of friendship in their family. Dorian Sr. and J.D.'s moms grew up together in Cuba. To left, King going back. He's got room, and he makes a catch for out number 2. Cuvée bluffs going to third. It'll hold on at second. Big second out for Schweitzer, but he's not out of the woods with Derek Williams coming up. Williams with 9 home runs on the year. Trying to get Miami even in this game. Louisville 3, Miami 2, top of the 8th. By the way, Arizona is now 1 out away from eliminating North Carolina after a 3-run 8th inning. Swing and a miss by Williams, 0-1. The number 5 seed on the ropes in Chapel Hill.
Drop it on him, kid! Let's go, Jake!
That one just missed, and they count 1-1.
The pitch right before that, Derek Williams swung at him and was elevated up in the zone. Derek Williams looked behind. David Ewell, hey, was that pitch up? Told him yes. Same exact pitch, didn't swing, calls it a ball.
Williams, the transfer from Wichita State, waits. And he swings and hits one in the air to right. Going back on his pike. Still going back. He's got room. And the inning is over. Louisville strands the tying run at second. To the bottom of the 8th. They're 3 outs from Omaha. The NCAA Baseball Super Regionals are presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Omaha, Nebraska, waiting to see who will play in the Men's College World Series. We know Coastal Carolina made it yesterday, and congratulations to the University of Arizona. After getting blown out in Game 1 on Friday, they win 2 straight at the Bosch in comeback fashion to beat North Carolina. Chip Hale, who played in 1985 and 1986 in the Men's College World Series for Arizona, winning the College Player of the Year in '86 at his alma mater, leading his team back there. Congratulations to the Arizona Wildcats, as Carson Fisher, who was one of the unsung heroes yesterday for Miami in forcing a Game 3, comes on to face 6, 7, and 8 in the Louisville lineup. Fisher went 40 pitches yesterday. 3-2 Louisville leads here in the bottom of the 8th. Winner goes to the Men's College World Series. The first pitch to Zion Rose is a breaking ball strike. It's 0-1. Rose, an RBI double, his second at bat. Taps it foul. It's 0-2. Piece of David Ewell, our plate umpire.
All right. Let's go, Z, let's go!
Fisher
Let's go, Zion, let's go.
sat in the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Gets Rose, and the leadoff man gone in the Louisville 8th. Game 2 of the NBA Finals tonight, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ABC, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Radio with the Pacers up 1-0. Coverage tips of the NBA Countdown at 7:30. Will anyone here be as clutch as Tyrese Halliburton?
Oh, Eddie King Jr. definitely is making a case for that.
Tag Davis bats. First pitch to the slugging first baseman, misses low, 1-0. Davis, who once got grounded by his mother for sneaking out in the middle of the night to go hit, has had a great freshman season for Louisville. 18 home runs. Wraps it foul. It's 1-1.
I wonder if that's the, you get in trouble by the moms, but your pops is giving you a fist bump.
It's not like he was getting into trouble. Apparently the big mistake was leaving the ladder that he climbed out on when he got back in. You didn't think that through, right? Like, how are you going to hide the ladder when you have to climb back into the window?
When there's a will, there's a way.
Here's the 1-1. A strike, it's 1-2 to Davis. Louisville, last of the 8th. Miami needs a 0 here. The pitch. Davis rolls over one into the shift. Ogden can't find the handle, and Davis is aboard with 1 out. Boy, had a long way to go to get to that ball.
Yeah, sometimes it's not how hard you hit it, but where you hit it. And this one here by Davis, reaching out, just trying to put the ball in play. And because they have that big shift on, there's that big hole, and Davis exploits it. Ogden does everything he can. He reaches for it, just cannot come up with it.
The switch-hitting second baseman who entered for defense. He was picked off second base with the bases loaded yesterday in one of the key momentum swings of the game. And the senior bunts, it's 0-1. He has been the driving force, energy-wise, of this team. He is a beloved teammate, voted a captain in the fall. This has been his dream, to get to Omaha. Been heavily involved in the community, the Lou Gehrig Community Impact Award. He takes in the dirt, they count 1-1. You don't see a whole lot of kids from Long Beach who went to CSUN who end up at Louisville. They tend to recruit the Midwest pretty well, but get the Cali kid here with a little edge to him.
Tell you what, if Neighbors wants to bunt, he can bunt it to shortstop.
He slaps that one back to the middle. Glove by Gonzalez, a second for 1, and no throw from Ogden for out number 2. What a play by Dorian Gonzalez Jr. to get to that. Why did he throw?
Not only to get to it, the way that he was able to flip that ball to Ogden. He's got to go a long way to get it. Look how quick he's able to flip that ball, and I think what happened with Ogden is when he on the transfer just couldn't come up with the baseball and didn't have a grip on it.
Remember, Davis was involved in a play at second where he peeled out and he did it again. But that time he got down.
Well, that time he knew that he was in that throwing lane. He did the right move.
2 outs to the number 9 hitter, Alisea. Neighbors, good speed at first. Throw over his back. Alisea 0 for 2 with a sacrifice. Looking ahead to the Miami 9th, they'll have 6, 7, and 8. Gonzalez, Smith, and Kulikowski scheduled as the hitters. Pitch Alisea back through the middle, a base hit. Neighbors around second, he'll stop there. And Louisville has 2 on with 2 outs for the top of the order and Lucas Moore. See, that's what happens if you leave cards on your chest and you have your sunscreen.
Well, they're going to end up having a C, an A, an R, a D, and an S, and everything else is covered.
That guy's buddies all left. It's just a C.
Just a C.
C's get degrees. J.D. Arteaga out to the mound. He's going to take the ball from Fisher with 2 outs and 2 on in the bottom of the 8th inning. Louisville trying to tack on 3 outs from Omaha. New pitcher for Miami will be Jackson Cleveland, the senior right-hander. Last thing that Miami needs is to give up another run for Louisville. You'd love some insurance here going to the 9th. And Moore has had a ton of big hits for this Louisville team all season.
And Jackson Cleveland has already pitched in game 1. Only gave up 1 hit in his 2 innings of work.
Cleveland, the senior, taking over here in a big spot. Again, looking ahead to the bottom of the ninth for Miami. Renzo Gonzalez, Tanner Smith, Jake Kulikowski, the scheduled hitters, 6, 7, and 8. They need to get 5 men to the plate to get to the top of the order and get to Jake Ogden.
That's why this is very important here for Cleveland to leave the runners right where they're at. Have to be able to get this out. He utilizes a fastball, slider, and a change-up fastball. It can be into that 94, 95 range.
Let's take a look at the Capital One rewarding performance. It's Eddie King Jr.'s go-ahead base hit in the 7th inning.
And it's just what you tell young players: choke up, put the ball in play, good things will happen. Off the end of the bat, line drive softly to center field. It's the biggest play of the game.
Let's take a look at the bracket. As Super Regionals conclude for 3 today, Arizona and Coastal Carolina, who met in the finals in 2016, will meet in this second game on Friday. The winner of this game will take on the winner of Oregon State, Florida State tonight at 9 Eastern on ESPN2. Now Lucas Moore will dig in, the leadoff man for Louisville, batting with 2 on and 2 outs here in the 8th. Wild pitch and a bloop double gave Louisville the lead in the 7th. Moore trying to get them a little bit of an insurance here in the inning.
Yeah, there's a reason why Cleveland is coming into pitch, especially to face a lefty. He does really well against lefties, only giving up a 140 batting average.
Moore in the air to left, going back on it, Galvin, still going back, makes the leaping catch and crashes into the wall. Max Galvin has kept Miami in this game with a leaping grab.
What a play by Max Galvin in left. Goes straight back, stays with it, little jump, crashes into the wall, and Miami has a chance.
3-2 Louisville as we head to the 9th. The Cardinals 3 outs from Omaha. Those foam fingers could tell the story. Louisville could be one of the teams left playing for a national championship if they can record 3 outs. Trying to make their 6th trip to Omaha in front of this packed house here at Jim Patterson Stadium. Surprise hosts after winning the Nashville Regional, taking on conference rival Miami. They have a 1-run lead and they give the ball to the junior left-hander Justin West. West addressed his team before regional, said nobody believed in us. Nobody thought we would be here before they swept through the Nashville Regional. Now he needs to record 3 outs to get his team to Omaha. Renzo Gonzalez will lead things off. 6, 7, and 8 due for Miami in the 9th, down a run. The first pitch from West, outside a ball, 1-0.
For West, it's a fastball, curveball, changeup mix. Fastball 88 to 91. We'll be facing a lefty, righty, lefty.
2-0 the count to Gonzalez. The sun is shining brightly for the first time today. And West falls behind Gonzalez 3-0 to start the 9th. Jake Schweitzer, 3 scoreless innings out of the pen, including a huge double play. With the bases loaded back in the 6th. The 3-0, a strike, it's 3-1. is going to give you a quality at bat. There's not a lot of power, just 7 extra base hits this year.
He's trying to just let that ball get deep and smack it the other way. Not trying to do too much.
The 3-2 from West. Swinging a pop-up foul and out of play. Miami needs base runners here in the 9th. The 3-2. Called strike 3. West comes all the way back to get Gonzalez 1 out.
It's a fastball. Klein does a good job of getting around that baseball and bringing it back.
David Ewell got a lot of heat from the Miami dugout and told them to knock it off. And Chris Dominguez, their third base coach, the former UL star in particular, is furious. Warnings issued, and now Tanner Smith stands in. The transfer from Oregon State, 5 homers on the year. Miami down a run, top 9. Omaha on the line. Foul back. 0-1. Hitless today. Smith, one of the team leaders all season long. Miami has had their backs against the wall seemingly the entire year. 15-15 at one point this season. Rattled off a 10-game winning streak in the ACC. Struggled down the stretch. Got run ruled in the ACC tournament. Thought they may not make the field. They're trying to stay alive in this Super Regional as Smith's ahead 2-1. The pitch. 3-1. West falls behind again. The 3-1. 3-2. Smith got a piece.
That was a good pitch for Tanner Smith to hit and fouled it straight back.
Fouled away again. Catcher continuing to fight. We expect nothing less out of this Miami team. Both of these teams have had an awful lot of fight in them this season. Down to the wire, fighting for a shot at a national title and a place in Omaha. The 3-2. Smith pops it up, foul again. That one will get out of play.
And if you're Smith right now, you're just looking for a pitch that's a little elevated, but you want to get your foot down. It's been all fastballs.
The 3-2, trying to check his swing, he held up. And the tying runs aboard with 1 out. We're gonna get a pinch runner here. This will be Brandon Degody, the freshman. Close. Tough to see from that angle.
Tough to see from that angle, yeah.
Evan Tavares had walked into the on-deck circle, and now with a runner on, Jake Kulikowski will hit. Remember, against the lefty yesterday, Kulikowski singled with a man on first. He will pull the ball into that hole, and I wonder if that was part of the decision to stick with Kulikowski.
It looked like Dugote was actually on deck to hit.
First pitch, breaking ball outside, 1-0.
And one of the other things to look at, too, is with Justin West has been falling behind every single one of these Miami hitters. But Kulikowski up, you are right. He is a guy that likes to get out in front on that baseball and drive it pull side.
2 homers on the year. A base hit in his only plate appearance today, and he takes ball 2. He's in a hitter's count here. The pitch. 3-0. 3 straight 3-ball counts for West. Again, you can't afford to put any more hitters on if you're West, because if you do, you're running the risk of facing the top of this Miami lineup again in the 9th. The 3-0. Ball 4, and back-to-back walks with 1 out have the tying and go-ahead runs aboard.
And you go back to look at that Renzo Gonzalez at-bat. That iffy third strike that looked to be off the plate away at this point. That means it would have been bases loaded for Miami.
And getting loose in the the Louisville bullpen is Brennan Cutts. He is the only player on the Louisville roster that had postseason experience coming into the year, the transfer from Indiana State. Roger Williams paying a visit. You have to think that Cutts is getting ready for the top of the order. It has gone from jubilant to very tense here. In a matter of about 20 pitches. The winner of this game goes to the Men's College World Series. Michael Torres bats. Torres has had a very good postseason, including a single and a run scored today. Dugote, the runner, at second. Kulikowski at first. First pitch. Torres swings and fouls it off to the left and out of play. Torres, remember, just missed a ball. You see the differences in all 3 games, what they've done with men on base. Torres narrowly missed a home run the other way his last time up. The 0-1 outside. It's 1-1. Wind is picked up and is howling out to right field now. The 1-1. Liner, foul. 1-2.
And that's one thing that Torres has been doing in regionals and in super regionals. Letting that ball get deep and using the opposite field. Smacks that one just foul.
The 1-2 instead of spin move to second. Just in case Dugote, the freshman pinch runner, had any thoughts of breaking a little early. Trying to steal third. Jake Ogden in the on-deck circle. The 1-2. Breaking ball fouled at the plate. Torres just got a piece.
Here's the thing, too, with Torres, with the approach that he has right now, especially on staying back and driving the fastball opposite way, the sliders and the curveballs, and right now it's a curveball for West, he will be able to hit that ball out in front and pull that pitch.
The 1-2. Upstairs. Tried to get him to chase the high heat. Just a little too high. 2-2. the pitch. Swinging a foul again. Just doesn't seem to have anything right now that can put Torres away. Does he go back to the breaking ball?
You can go back to the breaking ball. The problem is if you throw that breaking ball, if you leave it hanging, the way that Torres is swinging the bat right now, can pull that ball down that right field line. Gotta be careful.
The 2-2 again. Slapped foul again by Torres. Torres has just one home run this season, but his reputation in high school was as a power hitter. So it's in there. He just has taken a while to get it figured out. And while the power hasn't come, the base hits have here in the postseason. He was hitting under 200 when regional started. Up over 230 now. The 2-2. Called strike three. And Louisville's 1 out away from Omaha. Perfect fastball. And the last chance for Miami will be Jake Ogden, the hero in so many ways yesterday. Is this another Ogden baseball moment? We'll find out when he faces Brennan Cutts, because Dan McDonald is going to make a pitching change. 2 outs, top of the 9th inning. Tying and go-ahead runs on Omaha on the line. And the transfer from Indiana State, Brennan Cutts, who pitched in the regional against Kentucky last year, while a member of the Sycamores, is going to be charged with getting his new team to Nebraska. West will hand the ball to Cutts. The junior left-hander with some words of encouragement here as the Paducah native heads off. Here was a big strikeout of Torres.
Boy, this was a big pitch with first and second, falling behind guys. Torres battling, fastball outside corner, and he stuck it. Torres strikes out looking. That was a huge, huge out.
Let's go, Brennan!
And a look at Cutts, who started and relieved. Greenup, Illinois. You see the numbers. ERA a little high, but he has not given up a ton of base runners, and he's looking for his second save, the biggest outing of his collegiate career. It has been 6 years since Louisville has been to Omaha. It's been 9 for Miami, a program that has the second most appearances all time. And the Homestead, Florida native Jake Ogden, the transfer from UNC Greensboro, is due.
And Jake Ogden has already faced Brennan Cutts 2 days ago. He ended up grounding out to first. This is a situation where if you're Miami, there's one of 2 guys that you want at the plate. Jake Ogden or Daniel Cuvée in these type moments. Ogden was able to come through in yesterday's ballgame. He will be facing Brennan Cutts with a good fastball slider changeup mix. The fastball, 92, 93 miles an hour. I would not be surprised if we see something a little bit harder because of this moment.
You're tuning in for Tennessee-Arkansas Game 2. We will get you there after we are concluded here. You're going to want to stick around, though, because we have a 1-run game in the top of the 9th and Omaha on the line. 3-2 Louisville, top of the 9th. The transfer from Indiana State facing the transfer from Greensboro. Jake Ogden. The first pitch coming to the leadoff hitter here instead of spin move to second. I cannot imagine in this spot that Degody is going to be running.
Degody will not be running. Now, they are giving Ogden a couple different holes. You can see there's a huge hole on that left side, but there's also that huge hole on the right.
Shaded way over. The first pitch, way outside. It's 1-0.
These are the type of situations, too, with a guy like Ogden, understanding what the defense is trying to do and where they're playing. Those are big areas. Remember, Miami only needs one to tie this ball game up.
Remember, LSA, the shortstop, has great range, though, too. The 1-0. Foul back. At a good cut, it's 1-1. Saw Ogden's numbers, 3 for 14 with a 3-run homer in the Super Regionals. Hitless today. The 1-1. Tried to check his swing. He held up. It's 2-1. And this becomes an important swing pitch. I know we talk about 1-1s a lot, Gabby, but the biggest difference is between 3-1 and 2-2.
Huge. That's just kind of using that outside part of the plate.
Outside, it's 3-1.
That's where he's been staying. Everything has been away, 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 away.
Degody, the tying run at second. Kulikowski, the go-ahead run at first. 2 outs in the 9th. The 3-1. Ogden fouls it back. A high fastball, and we've run out the string. Runners will be on the move. Anything in the gap could give Miami the lead in the 9th. Three and 2. The payoff. Swinging a fly ball, center field, more back. He's got room, and the Cardinals are going back to Omaha. For the 6th time in program history and the first time in 6 years, the Louisville Cardinals will get a chance to play for the national championship as Dan McDonald's team makes it back to the Men's College World Series.